ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Yeah. Dear devotees, if you remember the last class, we tried to discuss the different views or philosophies listed by the Adi Shankaracharya from different schools. What Charvaka says, what Bauddha, different two schools of Bauddha, Mahayana Buddhism says, and what probably other metallist says and all. Now, it is only been enlisted. Okay, these are the people, roughly they are saying that. Now, in the 6th verse, the Acharya, the Shankaracharya, he is refuting the one of the opponent. Now, starting from materialistic philosophers, like from Charvaka, there are so many there is a Charvaka, Jaina, Bauddha, Nyaya Vaisheshika, then Sankhya and Yoga, Purvamimamsa, all these people are there. So, why didn't he refute all of them? Why is he refuting only one person? So, there is called a logic, Nyaya, called Pradhana Malla Nyaya. So, Adi Shankaracharya presumes that the Shunyavadin is a Pradhana Malla who has refuted all their philosophies, others' philosophies. And so by refuting him, the Shunyavadin or Madhyamika school of Buddhism, by refuting him, I'll be refuting everyone. Because he has refuted everyone, and if by refuting him, so everyone will be refuted. So this is called Pradhana Malla Nyaya. For an example, in the wrestling, there are so many people, so many wrestlers. Among them, one or two are very powerful, who are victorious all the time. Now, if you defeat them, then it is as good as defeated others also. Generally, others also will accept the defeat, or others also may feel that, oh, the great wrestlers has been defeated by such and such a person, then what to speak of? So using the Pradhana Malla Nyaya, so Adi Shankaracharya is only refuting one school of philosophy, that is Shunyavada or Madhyamika school of Buddhism, which is the school of Mahayana Buddhism, basically. Okay. Now, before getting into shloka, just I would like to tell what is Shunyavada here. So for our understanding sake of this particular verse, only I am very simply, in a very simple manner, I am giving few, their points. Because this much alone is not Shunyavada. Or when you go and read the Shunyavada's philosophy, then you will understand many things, much is more deeper and complex also. Okay. Now, the Shunyavadins are refuting that the ultimate reality, like materialistic people, they said ultimate reality is what? Body. Then someone said prana, someone said mind, someone said intellect or whatever. Then Shunyavadins say the ultimate reality is what? Shunya, void or emptiness. Okay. Now, how do they substantiate their argument? How do they prove their argument? Hypothetical argument, hypothesis. They take the example of deep sleep analysis. So in the deep sleep, they say there is no experiencer, there is no experience, and there is no experienced also, according to them. Now, when you are eating for an example, you are eating a delicious meal. Say it is because 7:30 there. So you are having a delicious dinner or delicious supper. So when you are eating a delicious supper, you are the experiencer. And you are eating and enjoying the food, that is an act of experience. And what are you experiencing? You are experiencing the delicious food. It may be sweet, it may be sambar and rice, or dal and rice, or chapati, or roti, or whatever. The content or the object of experience. This is what I mean to say. Okay. So there is an experiencer, and there is an experience, and there is an experienced object of experience. Okay. Now, in the same thing we can see in the dream also. So in the waking experience, you understand. Now, in the dream experience, in the dream, you went to a nice hotel called like maybe Sarvana Bhavan. You went to Sarvana Bhavan and you have ordered masala dosa. And you had been to Sarvana Bhavan with your friends or family members, and you have ordered masala dosa and you are enjoying masala dosa. Of course, when you come out from the sleep or dream state, you will understand there is no reality. But in the dream, again, there is an experiencer, there is an experience, and there is an experienced. You are the experiencer, or the mind is an experiencer, and the experience is experiencing the dosa, eating the dosa, the taste of dosa, and the experienced is dosa. Okay, this is what dream experience. Okay, now when it comes to deep sleep, in the deep sleep state, what are you experiencing? You are not experiencing anything, because neither there's an experiencer, nor there's an experience, nor there's an experienced. Only we know we sleep and we are going to sleep, we know. Only after coming out from the sleep, we know that we had a good sleep or not. But during deep sleep, we don't know. We are not aware of that I am sleeping. If someone says I am sleeping, I'm deeply sleeping. I'm lying down, fine. I'm sleeping means lying down, I can say. I cannot say that I am dreaming or I'm having a deep sleep. If someone says, that means they are not having a deep sleep. So in the deep sleep, there is no experiencer, there is no experienced, and there is no experiencer also. Then what it is? There is complete blankness, or there is a complete void, shunya. That is why shunya, the ultimate reality is what? The shunya, or the void, which is real according to the Shunyavadins, or Madhyama school of Buddhism. Now, Shankaracharya refutes this school of thought by showing that there is no emptiness or void in the deep sleep. There is something else. There is a positive entity, which is called the self or the existence. Now, he says that in the deep sleep, there is not the experience of shunya, or there is no shunya or whatever. There is a pure existence, but it is unqualified existence. In the waking state and dream state, there is a qualified existence. We are experiencing the qualified existence, and in the deep sleep state, there is unqualified existence. Now, these are the two important words, technical words. Now, I would like to explain what is this qualified existence and unqualified existence. Only qualified existence is available for transaction. Unqualified existence is not available for transaction. What do we mean? Qualified existence means sa vishesha sat. In the Sanskrit, qualified existence means existence sat, qualified sa vishesha. For an example, part exists. So the existence is qualified by the part. Shantivratananda is speaking. So Shantivratananda exists. So existence has been qualified by Shantivratananda. Maybe this body or personality or whatever. So the existence, whichever is qualified by nama and rupa, the name and form, it may be microscopic, it may be macroscopic. So any form, any existence, whichever is qualified by an object, that is what we mean qualified existence. In the waking state, our body, our sense organs, mind is qualifying the existence. And in the dream state, our mind is qualifying the existence. That's why it is qualified existence. Means basically the existence is qualified by the body and mind or any objects. So there is a subject and object relationship. And in other way, there is existence plus limiting adjuncts. There is a sat plus and upadhi. There is upadhi. Upadhi can be mind, upadhi can be sense organs, upadhi can be any external object also. So that is what we mean qualified existence. Now, unqualified existence means nirvishesha sat. Nirvishesha sat means it is pure being or it is pure existence in itself. It is not qualified by any object. It is not qualified by anyone. So it is existence in itself. It is a pure existence. Since in the deep sleep, there is no qualified existence. There is unqualified existence. That is the reason you don't understand. So because there are no attributes, there are no forms, there are no distinctions, there are no limiting adjuncts. in the deep sleep for the consciousness or for the existence. As a result, we think it appears that there is a shunya, but in case it is not so. Now, in other way, we can, one or two way, other way I will try to put it, you will probably understand. Now, space. For an example, there's an empty space, we say. Can there be empty space? We mean that if there's empty space, means there are no furnitures, there are no objects, or there is no house, or there is no building in that. But actually, space is not empty at all, because space contains the fine particles. Space itself is a fine particle. When space itself is a fine particle or particles, then how can we say empty space? Though we may say for transactions, never mind, but space is never empty. So similarly, space is not empty, space is not nothingness, but rather it is a positive entity, because it is also available for perception, isn't it? So similarly, in the deep sleep, non-transactional existence is available, which is my nature. So there is a reality, there is that is existence, but it is non-transactional. Why? Because in the Jagrata Avastha, in the waking state, what happens? Your 10 sense organs and the Antakarana, mind, manas, buddhi, mind, intellect, ego, memory, all of them are active. Your physical body and your subtle body, all of them are active. And that is the reason you are able to experience this duality, or the world, subject, object, and etc. Now in the Swapna Avastha, your body is at rest, your 10 sense organs of knowledge and actions are at rest, but your mind is active. So our mind is taking the role of doubting faculty, decisive faculty, memory, ego, and the world, and everything. So basically, there is mind alone is active, no doubt, but mind is active. So here also we are experiencing the duality of the world, because there is a subject-object relationship. Of course, physical body is at rest, sense organs are at rest, no doubt, but mind has taken the role of everyone. Like one-man show, we say. So mind has taken the one-man show there. Okay, this is what you understand. Now in the Sushupti, what happens? Your body is at rest. Deep sleep, we mean body is at rest. Your 10 sense organs are at rest. Your mind is also at rest. Hence, there is no body and mind is at rest or dormant. So there is no duality. There is no experience of duality, because there is no access for perception of the limiting agents. That is why it is unqualified existence. Only Avarna Shakti is there, but Vikshepa Shakti is not there. Avarna Shakti is what? It is a Maya, it is an ignorance. So the self has been covered by ignorance. That is the reason. That is the difference between the Sushupti and the Samadhi. In the Sushupti, existence or Atman plus ignorance is there. But in the Samadhi, the ignorance has been removed or destroyed. The consciousness and consciousness alone exists. Here, consciousness plus ignorance exists. So Avarna Shakti is there, but Vikshepa Shakti, the power of projection, the power of manifestation, in the diversified forms, has been gone to dormant state. So Shankaracharya is refuting the Shunyavada, saying that, my dear, because you don't experience anything, that doesn't mean that there is a Shunya, there is a void, there is emptiness. No, it is an unqualified existence is there. So there is a consciousness, there is an existence, there is an Atman or Satchitananda. For that, he gives the example of the eclipse, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse. We know that according to the mythology, Indian mythology, or the Egypt civilization and different civilizations have got different concepts, mythological concepts. Indian concept is what? Rāhugrasta Chandra, Rāhugrasta Surya. So Surya has been swallowed by the Rahu. Rahu is a planet, according to the mythology, has got only head, and Ketu has got only the below portion. So Rahu has swallowed the sun. Rahu has swallowed the moon. When they swallow, what happens? Sun exists or not? Sun exists. Moon exists or not? During the eclipse, they exist. But we can't get the moonlight. We can't get the sunlight. Whatever we used to get the light from sun or moon, it is not, we are unable to get. Why? Because it has been eclipsed by Rahu. That doesn't mean that sun does not exist, moon does not exist. So similarly, since we are not able to perceive the world or the duality, you can't say that that is an emptiness or void or blankness. That is the argument given by Adi Shankaracharya. Now, rāhugrasta divākara in the sadṛśō means like the moon and the sun and the moon eclipsed by Rahu. Māyā samāchChādanāt, due to why? Because due to covering by māyā. Sanmātraḥ, of the nature of pure existence. karaṇōpa saṃharaṇatō, due to the withdrawal of the sense organs. yō'bhūtsuṣuptaḥ pumān, he who becomes the sleeper. prāgasvāpsamiti, I slept before. prabhōdasamayē, at the time of waking. pratyabhijñāyatē, who is recognized again. tasmai, to that being, to him. gurumūrtayē, in the form of the revered Guru. idaṃ, my salutations. dakṣiṇāmūrtayē, to Dakṣiṇāmurti. This is the overall meaning of the shloka. Now, again, one more, in one or two points I want to tell of these three states of existence. In the deep sleep, body is at rest. Sense organs and antakarana is at rest or dormant, and no transactions. Since there is no transactions, there is no experience of duality. Okay. In the dream state, what is there, you know already. Now, when the sense organs or mind is active, then what happens? I am considered as a different person. For example, in the house, with relation to my parents, I am son or daughter. With my relation to my children, I am mother or father. With relation to my wife or husband, I am wife or husband. Now, with relation to my office, I am employee or employer. With relation to my society or country, I am the citizen. And with relation to my friends, I am the friend. Now, we have got so many names. Friend, son, daughter, father or mother, wife or husband, employee or employer, citizen. All these things. Is that one person or so many persons? Only one person. Based on his function, he is called by different names. So similarly, when my ear has been active, then I have been addressed as listener. When my eyes are become active, I have been the knower. And then when my taste buds have become active, tongue has become active, I am taster. And then when my skin has become active, or basically I'm getting the knowledge of the touch, then maybe toucher or whatever. So the same person, the same individualistic person, Jivatma, based on the functions of sense organs and the mind, is a doubter, is a decider, or is a very egoistic person, his memory is good. All we speak, isn't it? So based on the different functions of our sense organs and mind, he is called by different names, but is only one. That means all the transactions are qualified by the consciousness, or the consciousness is qualified by all these transactions. So I is qualified by the action, objects, and sense organs. That's why there is a subject-object division is there in the waking state as well as in the dream state. So when karanas, instruments are available, vikshepa shakti is functioning. Vikshepa shakti is what? Power of projection is functioning. Now, the one fine point you have to understand here is 2 points, which is very important. In the waking state, your body is available for your experiences, your sense organs are available, your mind is available, and the I is also available. The notion of I. Either it is a pure existence or the individual existence, Jivatma Buddhi. Okay. Now, when it comes to waking dream state, your body is not available, your sense organs are not available, your mind is available, and yourself is available. When it comes to deep sleep, your body is not available, your sense organs are not available, your mind is also not available, but your consciousness or your existence is available. I hope you are following the argument. So in these three things, there's only one constant thing which is available at all these three states of experience called deep sleep state or dream state or the waking state. That is what? The experiencer or the existence alone. So the existence alone is real. Why not the body and mind? Because there is a bādhitattvam. Whatever is available in the dream state, that is not available in the deep sleep. Whatever is available in the dream state, or whatever is available in the waking state, that is not available in the dream state. And what is available in the dream state, that is not available in the deep sleep state. So there is a bādhitattvam. As a result, they are unreal. Then what is the reality? The reality is only existence, awareness, or consciousness, or Atman, or Brahman. This is one important. By trying to analyze these three states of experience, the acharyas or the Upanishads are trying to make us understand you are that reality who is aware of all these three experiences, who existing in all these three states of experience. You are that reality. Okay, one thing. Second thing, if you see all these transactions, experience of good and bad, right and wrong, happiness and unhappiness, and hearing, doing, performing, loss, profit, so many things we are getting boggled and we are getting carried over. All these transactions are pertaining to only your body and mind, not the self. Naham karta, naham bhokta. I am only mere witness. All these actions, whatever I am doing, I am killing someone, I am protecting someone, I am helping someone, I am troubling someone, I am enjoying a thing and I am suffering from a thing. I am struggling in a situation and I am no problem with a situation. All these dualities we experience from our birth to death, all these experiences are under the purview of the body and mind, not beyond that. So the bandha and moksha, happiness and unhappiness is only for body and mind, not for the self at all. So self is always blissful. It is neither happy nor unhappy. All these dualities, it only belongs to mind. We have to understand that. The moment you understand, then you can take the role of witness. I am that witness and who is aware of all these things. This is what I mean, instrumental mode. For example, your mind is obsessed with some problem. It is so much, there is so much agony in your mind. If you can think at that given point of time, all this agony, problem, pain, it is for mind. Okay, let me handle it, never mind. But I am the self. Then why should I get perturbed? With that instrumental mode, you'll be able to handle the problem more objectively, more efficiently. That is the greatness of Advaita Vedanta. That is the efficacy of this non-dual knowledge. Okay. So now, prominent. Okay, now you understood, I think, the qualified existence. The qualified existence is what? Which is prominent during transactions. The qualified existence or qualified I is prominent during transactions. So the unqualified I is not available in the transactions. Okay. Now, the small change is there between Shunyavadin and Advaita Vedantin. That's where many people say, and there's a books also, how the Shunyavadin is also very near to Vedanta. I think they mistook, or Advaita Vedantins mistook the Shunyavadins. When Shunyavadins say that in the Shunya, it is not that voidness or it is a blankness, rather it is, Anirvachaniya only. They are also speaking of self only, eternal reality. So there are some books and there are some arguments. Anyhow, now we say that in Advaita Vedanta, the existence is not prominent. Why? Because it is not qualified. It is not qualified by any objects or by the dualities like body and mind experience and etc. Okay. But consciousness or awareness is there. Okay. Now, non-prominent existence or non-transactable existence is not a non-existence. Again, it is a catchy, it is a bit jungling with the words. Be careful. Non-prominent existence is there, but it is not prominent. Or non-transactable existence. Existence is there, but there is no transactions. Okay, it is not prominent. There are no transactions. That doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Existence doesn't exist, or there is non-existence. You cannot say. Okay. How? For an example, in the deep sleep. Now, The Advaita way, what do you say? The Shunyavadin say, oh, it is pure non-existence. We are saying it is existence. It is not qualified by prominent existence. It is not qualified by any transaction. That's the reason you feel that there is nothing, no existence, or the existence is there, but it is unqualified. That's what we say. But he makes a small difference. He says that, oh, no, there is a pure non-existence. Existence, unqualified existence, we are saying that, but he says there is a pure non-existence. Pure non is a catchy where the difference between the Shunyavada and what you say, and the Advaitavadins Vada. So we say that there is an existence which is unqualified, and for them it is pure non-existence. Madhyamika argues, but it is not so. Because then why it is, then the Acharya says that pure existence and pure non-existence both are not available for transactions. Okay. Now, how to understand that? He takes 3 examples. Any any school of philosophy, it may be Advaita, it may be Dvaita, Visishta Advaita, Shuddha Advaita, Dvaita Advaita. There are many schools of Vedantic philosophies. All of them has to prove their arguments at the 3 levels, 3 types of approach. One is Shruti Pramana. Shruti means scriptures, Vedas. Mainly Vedas, some take Puranas also. In Shruti means scriptures, and here Vedas. And the third is Yukti. Yukti means logic. It should be rational also. Logical. It should be logical. The third is Anubhava. Shruti, Yukti, Anubhava. Shruti means scriptures. Here it is Vedas. Vedas means Upanishads mainly. And it includes Gita and Brahma Sutra also. And Yukti. Of course, Shruti means, it is mainly Vedas, which includes Upanishads. Yukti means logic, and Anubhava means experience. Based on these 3 things, one has to prove their argument or their hypothesis true. Now, Shankaracharya is saying that, oh my dear, there is an existence which is unqualified. It is not that there is a pure non-existence, which you are saying that it is not so. So now the statement has been made by the Shankaracharya. Now Shankaracharya has to prove that at these 3 tiers, Shruti Pramana, Yukti Pramana, and Anubhava Pramana. How he does? Now, Shruti Pramana, he has not mentioned that, but we can take that from Chandogya Upanishad. In the Chandogya Upanishad, we have got Yatrai Tat Purushaha Swapiti Nama Sata Somya Tada Sampanno Bhavati Swamapito Bhavati. When a person goes to sleep, he is not becoming non-existence, but he is withholding himself into his pure nature called existence. So the Upanishad is telling very clearly, when a person goes to sleep, he is not becoming non-existent. Shunyavadin say that there is a non-existence. So Shruti is telling opposite. He is not becoming non-existence. Means he is withdrawing himself. Means his body and mind his mind is withdrawing. Sense organs are withdrawn. That's all. And his pure nature called existence, it exists. So Shruti Pramana, yes, whatever Shankaracharya said, it says. Now Yukti Pramana. Yukti Pramana, law of conservation of energy and matter can be said. Nothing can be created nor destroyed, only interchangeable. That's all. That's what even present day science says. So similarly like clay. So you using a clay, you prepared pot. When the pot has been broken, so there is no nothingness, only pot has been again went back to the clay only. From clay to pot, pot to clay. Isn't it? So like this, from Yukti Pramana also, if there is no existence at all, it cannot be created. And if there is existence, you cannot destroy also. As a result, you cannot say that in the Sushupti, there is a non-existence. No, there is existence, but it is not perceptible. Why? Because our sense organs and mind, which gives the knowledge, is dormant. It is inactive. Now, Anubhava Pramana. In the second line, Acharya is telling pratyabhijñā. I think in the first line, he's giving the example of how rāhugrasta Chandra and rāhugrasta Surya. During solar eclipse, solar is been eclipsed by Rahu, and Chandra Grahana, moon is eclipsed by Rahu. That doesn't mean that they are not there. They are there. So similarly, in the deep sleep, there is our body and mind, especially mind and sense organs are dormant. That's all. So there is no experiencer. That doesn't mean that there is no existence. Existence is there. Now, how to understand that? For that anubhav pramana, experience, what is the experience if you take from the second line, there is a mention called pratyabhijñā. Pratyabhijñā means recognition. What is recognition? Recognition. Soyam Devadatta, this is the example given. Oh, is that same Devadatta? Oh, you were that same person. I met you on that Thursday, on the last Thursday, isn't it? You met him maybe in the college or in a film theater or in a maybe a party or in a parking place somewhere. And after a week, suddenly you meet him again, him or her. You say, oh, I met you, you are the same person, isn't it? The last Friday I met, last Thursday I met, or last year I met. So here you are recognizing him, recognizing him, recognition. So you did recognize. Otherwise people ask, oh, did you recognize me? Who am I? Then you say, sorry, I am not able to. You are not able to recognize because the cognition has been left, it has been erased in your mind probably, or it might need some time. So recognition means already there was a cognition and now again it is happening. So before going to bed, there was a cognition of this world. There is cognition of yourself mainly. And you went to the deep sleep. Then once you wake up, then again you are able to cognize, you are able to know yourself. I am there. Like I was Shantivratananda before sleep and after sleep also, I will be Shantivratananda. I will not become such a great thing or a big change. There will be no big change in generally. So that is what we mean pratyabhijñā or recognition. So our experiences, every day we are going to sleep and after getting up, as if we are the same person, we start behaving. Just except we have got a good sleep, we'll get good relaxation. If not, mind is disturbed, our body is disturbed and we feel tired or sleepy or docile or whatever. Apart from that, we are recognizing ourselves, we are recognizing our family, people, society and all. If that faculty would not have been, imagine what would have been. It would have been chaos. Yesterday someone was wife, today who are you? I don't know. Husband, who are you? Don't know. Parents, who are they? Don't know. Children, who are they? Don't know. And where to go? Don't know. So pratyabhijñā is a complete, very interesting thing, isn't it? So if I was not there, then how can I say that? And one more pratyabhijñā, the other part is, I went to deep sleep. I went to sleep. Yes, I had a sleep of 3, 4, 6, 8 hours or whatever. Then I got up. Then I say, I had a good sleep. I didn't had a good sleep. How can I say that experience if I am not there? If the existence, the self is not there, then how can I say that? How can I say that I had a good sleep? Because I cannot say for you whether you had a good sleep or not. I may be whole night I awake and I'm seeing. You might be lying down, never mind. But I don't know whether you had a good sleep or your sleep was disturbed or whether you had a dreamy sleep or whatever. Only you can say, isn't it? Because I exist. So that recognition or recognizing pratyabhijñā is the testimony or anubhav pramana by which we can say the existence, the I existence exist even in the sushupti, in the deep sleep. It is not void, it is not shunya. And prabhōdasamayē pratyabhijñāyatē. Prabhōdasamayē, after waking, pratyabhijñāyatē, the self is recognized. So myself I have been recognized after getting up. Then I will also recognize people, things in and around me, isn't it? That's what. So to tasmai, to that pure existence, Sat Chit Ananda or Sat, that pure existence, which is the essential nature of every being, and Dakshiṇāmurti and Guru, that pure existence has taken the form of Guru Tattva, the principle of Guru or Guru Shakti, and the same pure existence has taken the form of Dakshiṇāmurti. So my salutations to Dakshiṇāmurti, who is this embodiment of this pure existence. The pure existence has taken that form and who is also representing the Guru Tattva. So even traditionally, in all the gurus, their gurus are considered as the amsha of the Dakshiṇāmurti, and that's how people respect so much gurus in the traditions, and in Advaita tradition is much more, and they are also equated with the God and all, which we all know that. So my reverence to Dakshiṇāmurti, why? It is because he is representing the Guru Tattva and is the embodiment of that pure existence. So to him, my salutations. And by saluting him, I am seeking his blessings. I am seeking his grace so that I shall experience that I am that existence. So this is the overall meaning of the shloka. So here the Adi Shankaracharya refutes the Shunyavadin, thinking that is the main opponent. By refuting the main opponent, because the main opponent has refuted all others, and by refuting him, I will be refuting everyone. So how he refuted? He take the example of the deep sleep, because they also took the deep sleep example. So he took the deep sleep example only, and he explained that, oh dear, by recognizing and after waking up, before and after sleep, we awake and we say that I had a good sleep and I recognize myself, I recognize others and all. If so, then I have to exist. Otherwise, I cannot do that. As a result, there was not that there was a wideness, blankness in the deep sleep. There was an existence, but which was not qualified by the body and mind, or by the mind and sense organs. So it is not non-existence, it is existence which is not qualified, which is existence with ignorance. That's all Adi Shankaracharya says. By saying this, he refutes the Shunyavada. And from next onwards, the 4 or 5 verses, or few verses, again, he discusses the Vedanta philosophy. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Yeah, if any one of you got any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Well, actually, this Pradhanamalla, Sankhya has been taken as Pradhanamalla.
Yes, yes, you are right. Some places Sankhya has been taken as Pradhanamalla Nyaya, and some places Shunyavada has taken as Pradhanamalla. So here in the Dakshinamurti Stotra, they have taken Pradhanamalla as a Shunyavadin because Sushupti has been explained. So contextually we have to know. And when you read Bhashya, literatures and all, you'll be able to understand at different contexts. Advaita Vedanta in Shankaracharya has taken Pradhanamalla differently.
Correct. Because they accept this Shruti. Shruti has been accepted, but only they don't accept Brahma. So that is why they are called as Pradhanamalla, I think.
May not be necessary, because I think the theory of causation has been borrowed. We have borrowed from them, or we follow very closely. That's the one thing. And for them, there are two realities. For example, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, for them, multiple realities. Nyaya, Vaisheshika, and Purvamimamsa, they have multiple realities. For the Sankhyas, they have got only two realities. And we have got only one reality. So they are much nearer to us. So from that angle, you can say, because otherwise Nyaya and Vaisheshika also accept Shruti, then they can be Pradhanamalla, but we don't consider them as Pradhanamalla. Why? Because they are the one is realist, and apart from that, they are multiple realities. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, just again a question. I think it was more philosophical, I know that, but I try to break and try to make it simplify or explain. I think most of you were able to follow it.
Yeah, Swamiji, I think, yeah. So, but the difference is the way Buddhism treats, Mahayana Buddhism treats, is very, very close to Advaita Vedanta. The only thing is one can say that they treat it like non-existence, we treat it like Brahma.
Existence, yes. But traditional Advaita Vedants won't accept it. Again, I'm telling you. Like, I mean, I accept this view. So we say that, we cannot explain what it is not. That's why they told it is a void. Even Sarvapriyanji also says that. But the traditional Advaita Vedantins, they don't accept. They come with an interesting argument. If so, okay, then you say that because we were not able to explain what it is, that's why we said it is void. So instead of using a void, or you redefine the void as anirvachaniya. that's okay. Then we will accept. Then there is no school, there is no independent school is required for you. Advaita Vedanta itself is enough, and Buddha will be one of our Acharya, and you will be also taken into Advaita Vedanta.
Because in Advaita Vedanta also we also say that because it's the subject.
Okay, like this I can say that.
And it can't be perceived.
No, I'm not able to hear you, Samit.
Can't be explained. Eventually, we also kind of go to that. Better now?
I didn't hear you for last few words.
Is it better?
Yeah, now it is okay. Yeah.
Yes. So even in Advaita Vedanta, in the current world, because the Brahman is the subject, and hence it also is inexplicable, right? Advaita Vedanta repeatedly in various contexts says that it cannot be perceived, it cannot be explained through the mind.
Yes. You are right. Now,
we're saying that it is.
Yeah, I mean, what I mean to say that some of us, some of our Vedantins, we say that, oh, for them Shunya means it cannot be explained. That's why they are saying it is a Shunya or void. But actually they are telling the same truth. That's what we say that. But the Buddhists won't accept it. For them, the reality is Shunya. Now, what is Shunya? Their understanding, or rather their explanation is a bit different. I mean, on the lighter side, we can say that, some of the time we say that quoting the Bible and especially the lecture, like Sermon on the Mount of the Jesus Christ lecture, we say that, oh, he's telling Advaita Vedanta only. Then one of the fathers said funnily, yeah, you being a Advaita Vedantin or a Hindu monk, you want to say that your philosophy has been told by even Christ. Probably you might want to say that, that's fine, but we don't accept it. It doesn't mean that he also spoke, Christ also spoke Advaita Vedanta only in the sermon, through Sermon on the Mount or in the Sermon on the Mount. That's what we say, that he has spoken Advaita Vedanta only or non-dualistic philosophy. That's what we speak.
Yeah.
But the traditional hardcore and traditional Christians won't accept it, I mean to say.
No, you're right.
But main thing here to be understand that the self alone is real, which is available at all stages, and we have to hold on to that. That's the one point, a takeaway message, very important message for our day-to-day transactions. And the second is, whatever the transactions we are doing it, and we are so much obsessed, we are so much carried over all these things, it is only pertaining to body and mind, not for the self at all. So as a result, the bandha and moksha is both are for body and for mind only, not for the self. When I say I am liberated, I am getting liberated, I am being liberated, the liberation is for mind, not for the self. I mean, it is a very strong point, I know that, but it is a very, very beautiful point. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also a very important point too, Swamiji.
Yeah.
That it is not for self.
Yeah, bandha and moksha, bondage and liberation, both are for mind, not for the self. Yeah. Okay then, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maharaj.